A retired Met Police chief died inside his car which he set on fire outside his £1 million mansion, reports suggest. The victim has been named locally as Edwin Williams, a former Met Police Detective Superintendent in his 70s. Mr. Williams, who lived alone, had several legal disputes with neighbours and other villagers in Cavendish near Sudbury, Suffolk.
He had repeatedly complained about the noise of the bells at a nearby church, claimed locals, who described him as not a very popular man.
Mr. Williams is understood to have driven his car to the front of a neighbor's house before setting it alight himself, while he was still inside.
The blaze was so hot, no one could get near it, and onlookers did not know there was a man in the car, until firefighters found Mr. Williams' body in the driver's seat.
Mr. Williams and his wife Jean had moved in 2004 to their Grade 2 listed home overlooking the village green, but he lived alone after they split up several years ago.
Firefighters were at the scene of today's blaze within minutes, and doused the flames before discovering the body of Mr. Williams.
It is thought that he started the fire after driving his car to the front of a next-door neighbor's house. He parked it beside their two cars which were badly damaged in the fire.
Police closed the road for several hours until Mr. Williams' car was taken away.
Officers are not thought to be treating the death of Mr. Williams as suspicious and believe that nobody else was involved. A villager said he was always falling out with people and was not a very popular man. He had various legal disputes with different neighbors over the years. He would complain about things like problems with drains and guttering causing damp in his house. I think in the past, he had some sort of restraining order put on him to stop him harassing one neighbor.
But his biggest issue was with the church bells. Most people in the village love the sound of the bells, but he would repeatedly moan about them. He tried to get a petition started about the bells and would go and hammer on the doors of the church warden and the vicar to complain about them.
He normally parks on his own driveway, at the side of his house behind a set of gates, but it seems he started the fire after parking deliberately beside his neighbors' cars. His neighbors are lovely people and did not deserve this aggravation.
Another villager said, I heard the most enormous bang first thing in the morning and looked out to see this car on fire with flames shooting in the air.